Welcome everybody, how are you? Bienvenidos a todos, ¿cómo están? Okay, let me see. I think that I have to do this manually to activate the frames. Change the screen. No, I have to do this manually. Have to check that later. Okay, so welcome. Yesterday I couldn't do the streaming because I was starting and I had a blackout, so today we're going to continue, okay? We are going to start working on the pose. So first I need to do some changes, I think. No, I think that it is okay. I was thinking that maybe here in the knees I have to change this a little bit, because just keep in mind this. Now this part, it is like trying to make sense here, trying to make this in the right way. Here you see your knee, right? But it is too close. In this case, I was thinking to the leg. Why? Because you're going to move this leg. So when you move, your knee is going to change. It is not the same. Here this is looking good, but the armor is not flexible. So we need to, I don't know, to adjust this. If it doesn't look good, then we are going to change that. But for now, I think that we have to move this a little bit to the front and then change this part of the armor too. So let me move this. Let me see again. Maybe not move this part, but only the front part. Let me see. Okay, great. I just need to move this. The front part, yes. Okay, let me activate this and let me move it to the front. Like this. It was too much, I think. No, it was okay. So when I move my leg, I need to open this a little bit, just a little bit. Let me see, maybe this and one. So rotate, no, this, open this a little bit, like this. Okay. Now I think that this makes more sense. I have to do the same with this part. First I need to lower this a little bit and move it to the front, or maybe just move it to the front. Okay, I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, let's start with this one. That just a little bit here to do the same. Okay, now I have to close this. That. And open this in this case. Let me hide this for a moment. To check this. Okay, if I rotate, I think that here I am going to have problems. This is not like really. If you don't want, you don't have to do this. But I really like to make sense for my character. So, for example, I think that in these parts I am going to have those kind of problems. To open this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. Now I think that it is perfect, just because when I move my leg, or maybe, I think that we are good. Yes, I think that now we are good. Now let me find bring back my knee. Okay, I have to fix this. Okay, maybe I have to just move this one. Okay. Yes, it is better just to move this one. Here. Oh, it is good. Yes, and there. Just like that. For now. Of course, remember that I have to close this to this part, or I can leave it like that. I'm going to change it to check that later. The most important thing is that at least I don't have to if I change here, I have to change here too, so let's try not to make more changes. I mean, remember, I am trying to thinking that this is like something real, so trying to respect that part. If you need and you have, maybe you have to adjust it a little. It doesn't matter, but I really like to pay attention to those details. Okay, what else? No, I think that we have everything. Yes, these parts I am not going to, so I can hide this. I don't have to pay attention to this right now because these details, these are going to change. You don't have to worry about this. Okay, so I really like to, maybe, what if we can start like at least creating the base, but not because I don't know yet what is going to be the design here, but at least we can maybe create something to just to use it as a reference and to know where I am going to move my leg. Okay, but before that, let me move this to the hand, or at least a little bit up if I am going to create something here. And let me see I just have to select this and this. This one a little bit up, and also to rotate. Maybe if you want, we can also move it to the hand. But I think that we're going to first to move to try to move everything here, and then I am going to, or not, because the problem is no. Now I am thinking it is better if I do this right now, but later if I want to change, let's see, let's try. Okay, I'm going to rotate here and move it in my hand like this, like that. Then I just have to rotate here. Let me now move something like that. Let me like this. Okay, now let me create at least something to know where we are going to move our character after we change the pose, because I am not going to move to create like Ike bones and none of those things, just to move this to the final pose, so we can start polishing and giving more detail to each part of every part of the character, to all the parts of the character. So first our base is going to be round, something round, like, let me check the different versions that I have here. Those are good options. Let me check. This one is from a toy, I think, but we are not going to do something like this. This is really good, but no, we are not going to do something like that. I like something like this. For example, okay, here we're going to have to separate our, we're going to create something between all of these things. Okay, so let me organize these files. I have to search for more like details. Maybe there is to make some more research about the character. Why? Because, or maybe just create something like this, just destruction. This is also good. For example, why I don't want to do something like this? No, I want to do something like this, but not exactly this. Because, for example, let's say that we are talking about Wonder Woman. Okay, Wonder Woman, you know that she is related to the Greek culture, so we can create something like this. At least I know where I am going to find some research. For example, Hawkgirl. I think that there are different stories, and one of the stories is that they came from the Egyptians, and also there is another story that they came from another planet. I don't remember the name of the planet, just like Krypton, but another name, another planet where all the guardians, I think, the warriors of that planet have wings, are like vigilants, I don't know, something like that, vigilantes. Okay, but or so keeping that in mind, or we can just say that I don't remember in which city she is based in the comic. For example, Clark Kent, Metropolis, Bruce Wayne to Gotham. I don't remember the name in English. Arrow is Star City, I think. Flash, I don't remember, or maybe Flash is Star City. I don't remember. But you know those cities, so you know that those cities are also inspired by real life cities. So by thinking on that, maybe I can go to that look for some references and try to create something related to that. So that is something that I am not sure yet. But for now, we can at least create a stone and something like this. I am going to make this round like this one. So you can see that it is a big base. It is almost like this. So we're going to start with a circle, just 32, something really basic, okay? We are just going to use that just as a reference. Okay, I am going to create a circle, and this circle, I am not going to move this, so I can go just here. Oh, maybe something like this. And I am going to extrude. It's going to be something big. Okay, something like that. This is just a reference, remember. This is not the final version. I can just decrease this one and press 1, 0. Also, I am going to remesh this, but to not do that, I just go to grid fill. Okay, so this is what I have. This is not the final version, remember that. This is too... No, it is okay. Or maybe I need to... No, for now this is okay. This is just a reference. So the stone, let me see, just a cube. I'm going just to insert here a cube, something really basic. Okay, and 3D cursor. Then I am going to play with this when I start creating the final pose. So let me just move this to the front. And we are good to continue. Okay, let me move this to a new collection called base. So what else? I think that I have everything in the right. What is this? This needs to go to wings. Where are my wings? Okay. Now let's go to create bones. I have my first bone. And let's start. Need to make this to change. I always forgot where to see the properties of the bones. Name? No, just to the front and wire. Yes, let's go with that. Okay, so something here. I don't remember how many bones I should add here for animation. I have my notes there, but I don't remember for the Hulk how many bones do we. Okay, here to do this, it is a good idea to activate like volume and center, I think, to start creating like the bones here for the fingers at least. You can do that the same here with the, but I think that if I do that, it is not going to be good because, let me see, no, it is good. It is going to move it to the center of the here of the volume. For the shoulders, maybe. Let me try. That was good too. Let's try to do the same with the hand. Now, should I add? No, I think that I am not going to add all the other bones here, just here in the fingers. Yes, because this is not for animation. This is not for animation. So as you can see, it is going to the middle. This is what we need. Let's do the same here. Let's do the same here. But I think that here, this needs not to be in the middle, but in this middle, just maybe this what the last one was not good, or just I don't know. This is the finger, right? Sorry. Yes, that was the best option. For animation, you should add something else here. We're going to fix later all the connections and all of those things. You can see here is something that this is not in the middle. Let me just move this a little bit. And a little bit to here, like that. Let's see now. That it is looking better. Just center, right? And I like to. I forgot to select this one. Let me see. I don't know if let's try. It is going to align to the object, but no. This right now, because I have different meshes here, but for animation that is a good option. But now we have a mesh different. We have low poly, high poly, so it's here like we can, let's say like we can break those rules. We just want to make these bones like in the right place, so that's what we are doing right now. Check what is this one. Okay, now I have to move it here. Yes, great. Here, what is okay, look. Okay, for this one we have to be really careful. Why? Because let me hide the base. It is in a different, no, that was the problem. We just have to work with what we have here. But it is going to be like in that direction, so I'm just going to deactivate this for a moment and move it to the other side. What else should I do? Maybe I should move this more to this part. Sorry, let me deactivate this. Just move really careful here to the other side. And also maybe we have to rotate this, I think, because no, I already rotate that. Yes, we don't have to do anything else there. Let me go to, okay, okay. The same here. Okay, great. This is like the most not difficult, but when we are rigging, each part needs to make like you have to be like really sure where you're going to place those bones. But I think that the part that you're going to see like a lot of changes if you are going to have more issues if you don't do it in the right way. Of course, that expressions of the face are another thing, but with the general bones, the most the big bones, okay, you have to be really careful about the hands. Also remember that I told you that you have to, this is a good position, but it is not the best pose, blocking pose for hands. Why? Because your hand is going to change a lot when you move it, your fingers to the inside. Bend, I think that is the word. When you bend your fingers, you rotate your fingers. So why? Because now you see like the length of the finger, but when you do that movement, you can see in your hand your like your fingers and your hand change a lot when you are closing your hand. I am not saying that it reduced the size, but the muscles and the skin creates like that illusion that your fingers are like become shorter. But I know that is not happening, but it creates that like that effect, because this part of the skin and the muscles here are going to make more out. It's going to increase this part. Let's say that. So your fingers are going to just like that they're going to transform like more shorter. They become more shorter. So you have to keep that in mind. So to avoid any problems, when that is a common issue, when you animate, you rig, and you have a hand like this, when you start creating that, your finger is not going to change, and it is going to be like a really weird hand, like with long fingers. When you close your hand, especially when you are doing like a fist to launch some punches, so your hand is going to look weird. because your skin is going to be like the same, but you are only moving your hand. Maybe you can fix that like I do that with my face, with expression, with shape keys. That is an option to create expressions, and also you can do that here, but to not to work that in this part too much, because maybe you are not creating like a very high poly, a AAA character, like a really high resolution animation with a almost realistic character. You're just creating something for a game or something for your animation, not maybe low poly or just mid poly. To avoid that, you just have to move your hand and to rotate your fingers, to bend your fingers a little to the inside. So this needs to be like here and here, like you're in the middle, closing your hand, like you are going to close. Just relax your hand, see the position of your hand, just move your arm down, and don't make any movement in your hand, just leave it in that position, and that is the position that your hand should be, almost like that. So when you move your fingers out, it is going not to be a big issue, and when you are going to move it closer, then you are going to avoid the other problems. So that is something, I don't know if I said this before. I don't know if I said this before to the previous characters that we made here, but just to let you know that info, especially for modeling. Remember, for 3D printing, if you don't want, you just can go to create the thing, your character, with the method that I use for Son Goku. Not with the hands, well, because with the hands I use bones, but just with the rest of the body, I just use the spheres to rotate, to try to parent this and then rotate. I made the pose of that character by doing that, but I think that is maybe let me think, maybe a lot of work. I just did that to show you how I did that on Nomad Sculpt. If you are using a different app and you don't know how to do it, you can go to that method. Okay, so let's continue. For this one, I think that, let me see, we only need 2 bones. So I'm going to delete this one. Okay. And now be like that. No. Let me hide the, no, because maybe hide. Remember that my finger is not like completely here. This is the direction of my thumb. Let me move this. Let me see in local. It is not also. It is not good. So maybe I just going to move it a little bit to that direction. Yes, I think that this is what we need. What do you say? We just start. Yes. Let's start changing this. No, clear parent, no. Keep offset. For animations, we should add other bones here, so my hand is not going to. Maybe we have to do that here. No, because I'm going to sculpt, so don't worry about that. Also, I am not completely sure yet what is going to be the design here. I wanted to use just something simple like the part of the costume going here and to cover this part, but now that I am holding my mace, maybe to protect her hand at least, we can make something like a kind of gloves. Those gloves that you use for the gym. Just that cover all the hand, but you have free like your fingers. So maybe I can create something like that. The problem with that is that I need to. But if I say that this is not a glove and just is part of the skin of the skin of the costume, yes, maybe I can say that this is just part of the costume and that have like 5 holes for the fingers. It's going to be weird. Oh. It's going to be really weird. I am thinking, or maybe I have to find. No, it's trying to create more difficult things. Maybe I will try to find a special glove for that. Okay, if I don't find anything, I just go to the original idea. Okay. For Hawkman, for example, I think that if I create this character in the future, that character in the future, I think that just I'm going to keep her hand with nothing. I don't want her to do that. Okay, let's continue with the other bones. Let's rotate this. Here. Let me hide just for a moment my boots. Just for a moment. Okay, now I can move it to the center of the knee, and this one to my leg. I need to move this more to the back, not too much, but something here to the back, and this one the same thing, just a little like that. This is looking good, and now here activate this. It is looking good too. For animations, I think that this is not good, but also this is just a bone. We need to move our bone a little bit to the back. You just have to have this and this, not completely straight, to have some kind of curve here. Maybe I have to do the same with this one. Like that. And then, no, we are okay. We are good. Maybe here I should. No, we're good. Okay, now I have to something here and the last one. And I think that this one is, I think that it is looking good. Just maybe this, but the thing is that my leg is in that direction. Maybe I have to move that. No, here this is looking good. So I think that I'm going with this. Okay, let me activate axis. What's happening here? Okay, this is weird. Bone shapes in front, bone colors. Now I see the problem. I select this and here. What was the? I want to deactivate this one. Here is what we wanted to. Here. So maybe I also have to. I'm not sure. Where was that? Okay, this is the here, of course, because it was weird. I go object. I don't want object. I want my armature. Okay, we can bring back our boots. Safe. And we have to make this right, and by doing that I am talking about let me see if I change this to, also here I think that I need to solid. Okay, now if I go here, just that's the difference. We're going to octaeder. Maybe we should go here and just deactivate that part, just because it's the same. Okay, so now we have to move my bones in the right axis, right? That's the thing. Why? Because look at this. My leg, I think that if we say that my leg is going to move like here, I think that we can say that. Also my leg is, for the leg I don't remember what was the real, well, let's say that positive rotation is to the front, but for example for my lower leg, the only place where my leg is going to move is to the back, so this is going to be like the, I like to place that like the positive direction. For the feet, also positive and positive, like that. So why I'm saying this? For my arm. What is the positive for my arm? To the front. Because we have, by doing that, I know where axis is going to be to the front. In this case, positive is we are talking about X. So when X is positive, I think that I am going to the positive direction. It is not like a law, but I like to see things like that, so I can control the process. I can use that as a guide. Also helps me to finish the rigging and to do a good rigging. Okay, so here we're going to check, for example. Let's select our bones. Okay, we're going, for example, to let me change this. No, this. Okay, this needs to be here. I think that we are good. Keep option. No, there, yes. Also, I need bones here, I think, in this part. If you want to animate that, you're going to need bones there. But for this occasion, yes, I think that we're going to add a bone here, because for some characters, yes, because if I move here, this is going to move with the arm, so I don't like that. Let me select this one. I'm going to rotate to just separate that one, and but I don't have a. Let me. No, I cannot move this one to the right. Okay, don't make more problems. Just like this one, vertex. No, this one. What is the one that for bones? I think that this also work, right? How can I do this for bones? I don't remember. Align to target. Oh no. The thing is that I don't remember. I just want to move this and to use to snap that. But I don't remember which one to use. Maybe volume? Oh no, with the bone is not working. I think that I am sure that when I rig a character, I use that, or maybe I was wrong on the way. Let me see this one, maybe. No, it's not working. It's only going to work with nothing. Oh, that's weird. Sorry. But for example, for this one, yes, it is going to work. But for this one, no, I am really sure that I made something. Maybe it was not this one, it was another bone. Let me see. Maybe this one. Yes, is what it was, the connection. But okay, don't worry. We are not going to animate this. We're just going to use this as a reference. Select this one. Okay, now we can deselect this one and just place that maybe here. Make this a little bit smaller, like that, and we are going to move it here. So something like that, I think. I'm not sure, but let's see. Now for the wings. This is going to be a really difficult one. Okay, for the wings, I was thinking, why don't I use something like geometry nodes, for example? But the thing for the wings is something like happen. For example, with the haircut. Remember when we created the hair for Hulk, we changed a lot of things, and to make it looking good. So for the wings, I think that if we change the position of the feather, I also have to change this. I'm going to make these curved things. My feathers are not going to look like this one. They're going to look more simple like this one, because mine is not a realistic character. It's just a comic character. But I am talking about to make it not realistic in the design, but in the, for example, in those details like the pose, like the position, like those kind of things. I really like to follow this here. So also I am going to just mirror what I do here. I'm doing this other side, because it is going to be a nightmare if I do this one by one. Not a nightmare, but it is going to take a lot of time, and it doesn't going to make sense, because I don't, or not, maybe it makes sense, but for this occasion we're going to keep that symmetrical. Okay, so for the wing, this was just blocking to be sure that this is like the length that I want to follow. So maybe we're not going to need this anymore. Yes, we're not going to need this anymore. Here the rotation, because I'm going to create feather by feather. One feather I'm going to start placing in the right place and looking if it is and see if that is looking good in that place, and those kind of things. So first let me finish. I was talking about bones, but I didn't finish the bones yet, because for the hair is the same thing. I'm going to wait to the final. Yes, I think that I'm going to do that is better. So for the bones here, let me see if I can use this one. Okay, here I think that I need to at least let me deactivate this one. At least I need to apply skin, I think. Okay, don't worry. Let me give one. That and we're good. What else? Now we are going to start creating our. Let me select this. Okay, for this part, let me hide here my hair. And also I think that it is going to, no, I need this one. Let's go again to volume or face in this occasion, because let's try with volume, and let's try with that one. Okay, now we can go with this one. We can go with this one. That let's rotate. Sorry. This one, and this one here. Same. No. Okay, you can see that it moves to the other directions here to match the position of the blocking of the wings. Okay, now the thing that I was talking about, that was the orientation. Yes, that is the word. Rotation is one thing and orientation is another thing. Rotation is just moving to one direction, and axis is to follow. No, rotate is to make this action, and the orientation is where it's going to follow my axis, in which direction. Okay, so let me show you what I was talking about. Now that I have one, I am going just I'm just going to duplicate this, but before we do that, I have to fix the axis of the bones to change for what I want. Okay, so let me save and let me show you what I am talking about. These are my bones, right? Yes, I have my bones. I'm going to, let me move this here. Go to pose mode. That is the thing that we're going to use to change to do the thing that we're going to do. So X, look, this is the positive direction that we're going, the positive value that we're going to use to rotate our things. So as you can see, where is my axis? This is the x-axis, right? The x. So in positive, it is following z-axis. So now that we know, we need to move our z-axis to the direction that we want our lymph, our part of the body to move, that where we are going to consider that is going to be a positive rotation. Okay, let's call it like that. I don't know if, I think that I am explaining you at least something that you can understand. If you do not understand, please let me know so I can change that. Okay, we're going to edit mode and we're going to play with this value that is called roll. So in this case, remember in the leg, I want my leg is not going to, my lower leg is not going to move to this place. It doesn't make sense. The knee is not going to rotate in this direction. So my leg, the only way, direction that are going to follow, that is going to follow, is this. So I have to change z-axis to that place. And now let me be sure. How can we make sure? Just to testing that. Also, we can do this. I think that when we already create something, we can play with this to play with the to change the role, this orientation later. I think that we can do that. Yes, are you ready? The thing is that I do not animate for a long time ago, but I used to do a lot of animations. I animate some characters, so I know what I am talking about. But when you do not do one thing for a long time, you are going to forget some things, but you are going to remember that easy, in an easy way when you start like doing it again. So that's why I talking about all of this, because I know what I am doing. Okay, so with a C, let me try with 0. It is really common, let's call like that, very normal. I don't know if that is the right word to use. To just, okay, if that is in one orientation to that place, then we can go to the right place just to changing that to 0. It is good. It is something, a good idea to start. But in this case, remember that we are not, look, our character. It is not completely like straight. If this is like a robot that it is here and here, the leg, this is the direction, then okay, this makes sense. But in this case, remember that our body have a lot of different, not only our body, talk about just think about an animal, a creature, something like that. It is not like completely following, at least in this case, straight lines or straight axis. So for example, here you can see that this is a rotation, and maybe let's check this. You can see if we keep it like in completely 0, you can see that it is like too open. If we are going to rotate, my leg is going to move like here and not here that it is supposed to move. So we're going to change this a little bit like that, maybe for example here, and maybe we can use this value. If I always used to keep like closed value, round value, like integers, like this one for example, because it is going to, for me it is easy to, and it didn't change a lot, was just a little that you cannot see. So I really like to keep like this, or 0 point or something with 5 that I can remember. But for example, something like this in roll I don't like, because maybe when you try to replicate this to symmetry, the others to the other side, it may change these values. And try to remember a value like this one, or try to make it sense to say, okay, I want this leg to move in the same way than this one. So it is going to be very difficult to do that if you do not keep values like this one. I am not saying that that is a rule. Remember, that is the way that I use to make things easier. For me that works. Remember that you can follow the things that I do, you can follow the things that other creators do, other artists do, but remember that maybe I am doing something wrong. For example, for Hulk, for the hair, I waste a lot of time, or also maybe there may be another way to do things, but the way that I use works for me. It worked in that case for me, so keep that in mind. The things that I do, it is working for me, but maybe for you want to find another thing, another ways to do things, and that may work to you. So keep that in mind. Don't try to copy, to follow like step by step, and don't asking anything, and okay, if he's doing it this way, I just have to do it in that way. Just listen and to say, okay, that makes sense, but I know another method to do this. Okay, that is good. If you follow, and also if you have the better thing is that you do things, but you keep things organized. And if you also if you are working with other people, you have to follow some guides, some guidelines. So in those guides, you have to, in those cases, you have to adapt to the workflow. So just keep in mind that is the special thing about art, that there are a lot of ways to do things. Okay, in this way, in this case, my z-axis needs to go to the front. I can keep it to the back, but I am just creating a final pose. I am not animating, so I just go into this. Maybe I am wrong, and for animation it is better to do it in the other way. Okay, do in that way. We are not animating, we are just creating the bones for the final pose. Also, I can see something here that I need to move my bone, this one, a little bit closer, but like this, just like that. Okay, like that. I am going to keep it like that. And now this one, let me see. Let's try to make it a little bit faster. Okay, this needs to be C and C in this way. Also, I am not writing the names of the bones, but for the animation, it is really good. Maybe here it is good, but I don't want to do that. Let me see. No. Let me check here now. Okay, okay. This one here. Let me see something. When I press this, no. That was something in my mind. I thought that I saw something, but no. Okay, also, no, we're good. We're not animating. If we are animating this, I should rotate my. Maybe we can do that right now. Select this and select this. That's all, everything, right? But where I'm going to rotate? No. Let me do geometry. And this one, okay, this. Rotate it a little bit out. But then I have to change this part. That's the thing that I want to avoid. Because now I have to move it here. Before, now. We're going to keep it like that. Okay, because now, no. Keep it like that. Like that. I have to change this. That I'm not going to do this right now. When in the final pose, I'm going to change that. Because then I have to play with this part, and that is a lot of work. So, no. To avoid that, we're going to keep it like in this way. For modeling, I think that I should fix this part. But now it is not a big issue. Okay, music stops, and that means that I go for some water. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. I don't have my key. My keys are not working, so I have to do this manually. I'm back, and this is not working, so I have to do it in this way. Okay, let's continue. I have to fix that problem with OBS. Okay, now we are good here. See. Yes, we're good here. Now we have to change. Also, this one, I am not going to move this one, right? This bone here. Just let's rotate that. Just in case. Maybe up. This one I think that I am not going to rotate. Now my arm is needs to be like here to the front. That. Here because it is not completely okay. Yes, like that. My hand positive like here. Yes, because to the, or maybe I don't remember, but let's keep it like that. I have all of these things like the directions and all of that. I have my notes for that, because when I found like a method that is working for me, I really like to keep notes, because as you can see, I'm trying to do like a lot of things here in 3D, so it is difficult to try to remember everything, especially when in one time you are doing something and you stop doing the other things, so you are going to forget, but you're going to remember very easy when you just start doing that again. So for the fingers, the positive was close, right? I don't remember this one, but let's say that is the positive, when you close the finger. Okay, so my C axis is going to be here to the other here. Now I don't have like a clear, I just have to move and then change to be sure if that is in the right way. And this one close too, but yes, let's try to do the same. Also, as you can see, maybe here, but no, it is okay. This part, it is different. Yes, I am thinking about this. I make this too big, but this part needs to be like smaller, because it is going to be joined to the hand. So yes, I need to change, so don't worry. With sculpting we fix all of those things. Okay, maybe like that, I don't remember. Now here, I think that these ones are in the... No, let's go one by one. Let's say that we are here and we want to rotate our to the C. Let's do the same here with this one. The only way to be sure about this one is to test that. So, look at this. We can go to the positive way or to the negative way. The negative roll, I think. Also, the limit here is 0 to 160. Keep that in mind. That. like that. This is becoming more difficult because of the position of the hand. You have to be really careful with this, because this is going to like to decide if your animation is going to be good, or you have to adjust some things. In this case, in the pose that I'm going to create, not my animation, because I am not doing animations here for this character. Let me see. In here we can see that. Let me wire or maybe solid just for a moment. I want to, because that is but this is going to be a problem, because now I cannot see my fingers. Okay, this one, let's go with this one. Maybe that is, I'm sure that this one is here. Also this one needs to be more. If this is going to be open, it should be in the other side. Let me show you that. No, 3, this is the limit. On 0, no, the same to the other side, in negative, of course. So now you know. This one, I think that maybe a little bit here, like that, and maybe this one a little bit out, like that. I think that is good. Yes. Now with the wings. With the wings, I'm not sure, because here, let's see. Let's think. Okay, my wings, the positive, maybe here is up, I think. So let's move this one like in this direction. So also let's try to follow maybe this. Let's try to follow this. Okay, Z-axis in that way. Okay, this one, the positive, the same. Like that. This one, the same. Z-axis here. Okay, now we are changing. This one, the same. I'm going to see to the outside. Yes, and yes. I think that is everything that we need. Okay, so now we are going to duplicate all of those bones. I'm going to select, I select this one too. Let me check. I always forget about this trick. This Control D, I think. Okay, and then it is no, I don't remember. Let me check. I don't want to improvise it. Let me check my notes really quickly. Let me check my notes. In my Blender notes, I always forget about that. Also, I think that armature, there is the duplicate names, switch. No, here I think that it is the move tool, no, names, no, switch direction, Alt F, no, something here, Alt, no, let me check, mirror. Control M. Control M, I think. Let me see. Okay, these are my bones. Select this one too. Duplicate, scale. Oh no. It's something with M, but I don't remember. I don't remember. Let me check. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me check. Bones for bones, types, control bones, deformation bones, nothing bone, root bones, see vertex. Okay, I don't have that here. This is another thing. Let me see shortcut. Rigging? Maybe rigging? And here, if you know the answer, please let me know. I just want to duplicate with shortcut and move it to the other side. But I don't remember. I can't find what is the shortcut. I forgot about that. Okay, I find the answer. Okay, we are here. I was right with one shortcut, but I forgot the last key. So we select all of these. I'm sure that we are here in the cursor that is in the word origin. We duplicate this and then Ctrl M X. Yes, that was the answer. And that then we have the same. We duplicate that. We mirror that. Okay, so that was all. What is my base? What is my base? I think that today we're going to keep it in that way, in this. Tomorrow we're going to start working on the post, just because I have to finish other things. Let me hide this. So I think that here I need to hide this too for now. Let me change this to wire. Solid. No, I'm going to leave it like wire. Let me bring my base here. I'm going to hide this one for now. And I am going to use this as the for the thumbnail of today. So today, as you can see, we create the bones, the rigging. Remember that this is a method that one way to do things for 3D sculpting to animate, not to animate, to change the position of the parts of the character in this case. This is one method. The other method is just to work with spheres and use those spheres as pivot points. Maybe if you have like a simple character, that is a good option, but in this case I think that this is maybe something easy to do. For the other one, just keep in mind that you have to parent a lot, and then you're going to confuse, I think, at one point, trying to remember where, if you parent, if you don't parent that, and then you have to clean, and you just want to make just a small change. Okay, all of those things you have to keep in mind to do that. Also, I remember I used that for Son Goku, the first character that we made here, to show you the way that I worked in Nomad Sculpt. I think that now you have more options. I do not open. Maybe one day we can have a streaming with modeling in Nomad Sculpt. Maybe I don't know. If you want to know that, let me know. We can work on something easy. I don't know, in an easy character, not something difficult. Something that we can work. So I can check that. Okay, so today we'll work on this and remember all the things that I said here. I said a lot of things about rigging. That is going to be different for animation. Remember, this rigging is I am using this way for changing the pose of my character. For animation, you have to consider a lot of things. The thing that I did here was just a small part, and also I do not consider other things. So keep that in mind. We're going to continue tomorrow. Just let's see. Yesterday I wanted to do this, but I was starting the streaming and I had a blackout, so I could not make the streaming. And then in the afternoon I was finishing the modeling part of another project that I am working on. And today I'm going to continue with materials. I am trying new methods for creating materials. The method that I usually use is a really, let's say, a difficult one, but not difficult. It is something that you're going to use a lot of work, because it's like you are creating everything, each detail in high poly, and then recreate the other methods in low poly. It is like a lot of work. It is you by now, maybe it is going to fail at one moment, but by now I really find a way to make that to work, but it is too much work. So I want, for this new project that had a lot of small, especially small details like screws, and bolts and those kind of things, it is going to be very difficult to do the other way. So I am trying now to play with normals, to play with textures. Okay, trying to with materials to do all the things, to create all the high poly details. I'm trying that. So I think that today I'm going to start with that part, because I already finished all the modeling part and the UV part too. So I just have, for that project, I just have to create the materials. That it is the new part. I'm going first to create like the base of each, to give the material, the base material of each piece, and then I'm going to add the details like bolts, like names, like numbers, those kind of things, and maybe other things that I add to that. It is a weapon. So I'm going to show you, of course, to share what I did here in my YouTube channel. I'm going to maybe try to create some shorts about the models that I do not work here with you, so you can see something more about my work. And I'm at the end I'm going to animate that weapon. So that's the first time that I'm going to work with effects, with VFX in 3D. I think just before I did VFX, but in 2D I play with grease pencil. But in this case I'm going to create this fire that is when you launch the weapon. It is called the missile. Missile is the word for. Let me see very quickly. I don't want to. Let me see. Very quickly. Transparent. I'm creating the model from the movie. It is a part of a big. Other project, there is the Tomcat, the F-14, I think, or F-15, the Tomcat, the plane from Top Gun. Missile. It is how you pronounce that. Okay, when I finish that missile, I am going to animate that you are launching that and the fire and all of those effects. I'm going to play with that. Let's see if I can do that. It is a mid poly. It is below 50 polygons, so I consider that low poly because you can use that on filters. I think that for TikTok you cannot use that because the limit for TikTok is 35, I think. But for Meta, when that when that was a thing, before it was erased, it was deleted, the limit was 50k for models. So my model is, I think that 44, 45, I don't remember. So it enters like in that group of low poly that I Hello Alpha Chat, how are you? I am talking about a project that I am working on. You know that now at nights I am checking like geometry nodes to help you with you have another problem. I tried that once, but it was very quickly. I am not remember. I did not make notes about that. So now that I am checking that, I am think that I can help you. But you were the one with the problem with the cubes, right? That you said that you cannot. You were having troubles with the rendering. But I told you that when you you are okay, don't worry. But okay, you solved that problem. You apply the geometry nodes. You remember that you said you show me you share the shortcuts, right? Let me select other piece here. When you create geometry nodes and okay, think about this just very quickly. I know, I understand. I also had exams when I was years ago studying at the university that I never finished the career because this is what I wanted to do. Okay, when you work with, in this case, geometry nodes or other things, you create here like a modifier here. So if you are not going to animate that, I don't know how you animate geometry nodes, I'm not sure about that, but if you are not going to animate, you just want to create a render. If you do not apply that, your computer is working like twice. If you don't believe me, try apply that, make just apply that and render. It is going to be easier. And also if you make the changes that I shared to you, all the rendering settings and all of that, I think that there is not reason for you to to make it difficult to render. Also, remember, if that is because you only have cubes, I think cubes, that is not a big thing. And also, I don't know, I don't check the materials that you have. Maybe you have a lot of nodes in your materials, and that is also something difficult. User does not eliminate the problem. Okay, I now that I am checking that, maybe that is weird. That is something weird. Maybe you're having another problems with that project. That is something that is really weird. Think about this. When you are trying different things, and especially when you are not sure about something, and you try to use a method that you think that you know, that you previously used for other things, but you are new in this area, let's say it like that. Maybe you're trying to do things and it did not work. Okay, maybe I hope you can find a solution for that, because right now I do not understand a lot of your project. But let me tell you this. Maybe you are trying to do things, and maybe you are not like in the right workflow to do those things. For example, here, when we work on some, especially with the Hulk, when we do some things, and I forgot to maybe apply something or changing something, I also have those problems, and the problem was me in this case. So maybe in your case you are not doing something right. So try to find the solution for that, or maybe try to check something you are not doing right. But what I was trying to explain is, for example, for the Hulk, that I have a lot of millions, like 45 millions, I think, or 50 millions of polygons here, because it was really high poly, especially for the belt that has that belt has a lot of details. I use decimate, because if I try to paint that, my Blender crashed. That happened to me. So I was checking, like, okay, I have to apply decimate. No, first I have to add decimate. It is too much triangles. Okay, and it is not like a big deal when I reduce the polygons. I keep the details. Then I tried again, and I was saying, but why this is not working? This should work. I already also, when I didn't even try to render. I just changed to the viewport shading to see the painting, and my computer was too slow, and I didn't know why. And I just checked that. Okay, I used decimate, but I didn't apply decimate. And once I applied decimate, my computer started working really well. So maybe you are having something like that. I am not saying that in your case that is the problem, because you said to me that you told me that you already tried that, and that is very weird. But something like that, you're maybe you have to apply another thing else, or maybe, I don't know, for materials. I don't know what materials you are using. Maybe you are using a lot of nodes, and maybe that is also a problem. You have to find a way to apply, but I think that you are using just emission, so that should not be a problem. You have to check something you couldn't apply. Now that is weird. Let me check, because I am sure that you need to apply that. Okay, let me check that. I am learning more a lot how geometry nodes, because okay, try to do that to show the problem. So also try to look in Reddit, I don't know, to try to share your problem also in Blender, in these Blender Spaces forums. I think that is the name, where you can share your problem. You can also find the solution there, because it is really weird. But if it was for me, with the information, with a screenshot, and with a problem that you explain, all of the solutions that I already told you, all of them, at least one of them, should work and fix the problem, because that is really, really weird. Or maybe your computer has a lot of things and your memory cannot handle, because you have a lot of programs, a lot of things installed in your computer. I don't know, maybe that is also the problem. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. Maybe the thing about this is, maybe there is a small detail that you are missing, and that when you check that and you fix that, then everything is working right. And if you really need that, and in the last, let's see, also there is also something that I do not understand. You say that you did not explain me if you are working on an animation, if your cubes are going to move, or if your camera is going to move through the scene. You do not say that to me. So I don't know why you use like 250 keyframes. Maybe you can just reduce that and create something like the thing that I did do for my time lapses, for my turntable animations. Just reduce the keyframes here, and in the last, if there is something really, really. Also, how do you save your animations when you are creating, like, I don't have a camera here. Okay, where are you? That is also another thing. Where are you saving that project? You are using an external storage, an external disk. If you are using that, maybe also that is a problem. Your computer is going to work a lot. So you have to move your project to create a copy and move it into your normal storage, maybe to your desktop. Create a temporary folder, like I do for my projects, and you are using the memory of the computer. Once you finish that, you pass that project to the external disk. Maybe that is also a problem. I don't know a lot of things about how you are working, so you have to consider all of those things. If you are working on an external disk, your computer is going to be, especially for those kind of projects, it is going to be really, really, you're not going to, it's good, but the scatter points, you have to choose a mesh, and which chosen objects will scatter, and when you try to apply it, then it will remove the scatter object. Also try to make a test, try to change to the noise. You already applied the noise. Look, if you work with this, it is a lot. Try to reduce this to 32, and I don't remember this one, but it is 136, I think. I don't remember. You can reduce this and simplify. Hello, friend. Hello, welcome. Okay, I really don't. You are not giving me more information. Try to create that video so you can share that to the Discord server, so we can know more about that. And also, I don't know where you are rendering and saving your video. Try to use this. Okay. I always use downloads, the downloads folder to move all my projects when I render, and try to reduce also the number of keyframes. I don't know why you are using 250. You are not saying if you are creating like a really, I don't know what you are animating, why you need too much time to render, too much keyframes to render your project. maybe it is something easier that you can create like something like in a GIF, that you start and it'll start all over again, and it is looking good like a turntable animation. So you can reduce that. For my turntable animations, I use n as 149 as the end point, because I work with 150. It is supposed to be like 150. And also, what else? No, that's also that's all. Also, maybe if you this is the most the most, how can I say this, another solution, the most how can I say this word, I don't know how to say this in English, but I don't know, the weird, the easiest, the solution, just render frame by frame. That is another thing you can do if nothing of the other things is working, but that you said that you at least render some frames, because you said that it was taking a lot of time. So maybe try to render an image frame by frame. That is also a solution. And you can have, I saw other artists that do that, and especially when you are not, when you don't I am not saying that this is your case, but for example, for people that do not have like a good computer, that is a solution that they use. So maybe try that. But also, if you want, share your video when you finish your test, your exams and your things with college or university. You can share that. So take things easy and do not frustrate about that. There is always a solution. Believe me, here we had a lot of problems, not big problems, but we have some issues that in some cases maybe in that day we didn't find a solution, but here Miguel know that we always find a solution. We always find a solution. So for those who are new, and please give it a like. And also I want to show you how our project is going. Today we only add bones. I explain a lot of things about rigging. Remember, rigging for sculptors, for 3D printing is different for rigging for animations. This is not rigging for animation. I just used something for rigging for animations to apply it for this project, just to change the position. So we already create the maze. We already have all the blocking parts, and we are going to use something like this to the final pose, so we can start working on the high poly details of the character. This is for 3D printing. For those who are new here, this is for 3D printing. Just keep in mind that. So that's all. We were just saying goodbye before you came here, but don't worry. I like when people participate and write something in the chat, because I know that at least here we are. Here I have people that like to see this. Okay, so that is something good. Okay, friends, so if there is nothing else to say, we're going to continue tomorrow. Also, remember, for those maybe, yes, don't worry. We are always here. I always try to do my best to help you. So that's why I always keep asking you if you already fixed that problem. So I'm not saying like maybe you don't want to talk about that, but I really care about that, because I know that you learn something, or maybe here with the community we help you to solve something that you have. So because I was in that position too, and maybe also I am in that position in some projects of that I am working, or maybe I will be in that position, and I will like to go for other artists, or maybe for other communities to help me in that thing. It is something really good. So try it. Always share your problems that you have here for 3D. I will always, if I don't know anything, something, at least I'm going to tell you something that maybe it is going to work for you. So or maybe I am telling you something that maybe you are using for another project. So something you can have here, you can get for you here. So share your problems. Remember that we are not experts. I am not an expert. I am not a pro artist. I just a person that like to do these things and to do my best. That is something that I always say. Maybe I am not the better artist. I am not like the top artist in the world, but the thing that I know is that I always do my best in my projects, and I think that I create good things. I really create really good looking projects. So that's let me select my bones so I can create my thumbnail for today. Okay, this is my thumbnail. Also, that is a yes, that call was. Do you remember how much time do we spend here? Believe me that at the beginning I did not. That is also a good thing about the streamings, because here I believe me, I did not check all the things that you see here. I am working like right now, because in my, when I turn off the streaming, I work on other things. So when I start the streaming, what I was doing here, so we have to continue. So here in real time you see all the things that I do to try to find the solutions to try to create the character. And believe me, when I was playing in that time, I was playing Marvel Rivals. So I said, okay, I like this game. I want to create a character from this game. So I saw Hulk, and I say, I want to create Hulk, and I didn't see about the belt and about the thunder, the energy that I add at the end. And I was, okay, let's create Hulk, because it is a good way, like, to try to explain some things about anatomy. We're going to explore those kind of things. So it is like a good idea. But when I checked the belt, it was, oh God, where I am, why I start to do this. It was like that when I check the belt, and I think I see all the details that I have to add, and I say, okay, I just started and I have to finish that. So, and with your help, here we finish. That is the truth. That's the for example, for this character, it is like I made some research before. So but I just here came and do things. I do not like I already created one before, so I know how to do, and I came here prepared. No, I just came here and just started working and say, okay, maybe this work, let's try it. Okay, no, that doesn't work. Let's return to the other point, to the previous point. Okay, let's try another method. So that's how we do things here. So also for example, for the maze, I think that I have to change this a little bit. Maybe it is perfect, but I have that thing that when I see something that I don't like, I believe me that is in my head, and until I change that, it is not going to. I am not good with the thing that I am working on. So that is something that I really like. And for the maze, the only thing that maybe I have to adjust is to make these spikes here a little bit shorter. That's the only thing. But I am going to do that at the end. First, we're going to continue with the other things. And for the wings is like the Hulk is like the time that we spend with Hulk with the haircut. Because for the wings, I really want to keep feather by feather, like try to keep to pay attention to each detail. Not because I'm going to create realistic feathers, but because I want to create like the shapes, like these curves, and I at least to pay attention to each feather. So Yes, I have that problem. I have that problem. Sorry, I have that problem, but that's how I like to do things. And I say, okay, I finish this, and I say that I am better than yesterday. I am a better artist than before I start to work on this. So when I say that, I is like, okay, I'm good with me. So that's all, friends. Let me just wait a moment. Wait a moment. Now that I am checking the geometry notes, I think that we're going to also remember that maybe this is the last project about 3D sculpting, because the next projects I want to create something about modeling. So we're going to use another methods. Just I was thinking about a room. I want to create like a computer, a PC, a guitar, a bed, some kinds of the objects that you may have in your room. Want to create a room so I can that you already know maybe those isometric rooms. Let me show you what I want to create. Let me see if I can find here 3D. I don't know, something like this. Let me close this. Something like this. Let me like this, for example, but for not this, for example. Maybe I can create a telescope, a bed, a computer, a PC, something like this, for example. Something like this is going to be the next project. What do you say? So we can do something different here. So you already have 3 projects about 3D sculpting. Now we can move with modeling, and then we can go there. Then the other project with a little bit of animation, I don't know, and then we can go with different things, and we're going to maybe cover a lot of things about 3D. Remember that I do not only do 3D sculpting. I try with 3D. I do 3D modeling, 3D animation, materials. Maybe the only thing that I am not good at is PBR materials. Not because I don't know, because it is like I do not like an expert on how to play with nodes to create like really special materials, but I can create. Yes, I am more like a generalist, a 3D generalist. So I really like to play that, to play with those things. So maybe the next project is going to be something like this. I am not deciding yet if we can create something like this cozy design that the people call cozy. This is very simple, or maybe we can do something maybe in my style. I like to not a high really high poly, but something that we can see like realistic, but playing with this. Something like that. I am not deciding yet. Also, I don't know what things I am going to do. I'm going to add to the room that I want to create. So now I have in mind like your desk, your chair, your bed, and maybe these things here. Maybe some a plant here, a clock. I don't know, or maybe not. This not. Let me check another ones. A lamp, of course. A microphone, because these people do streamings like me. A camera, yes, let's say that camera. And also, no, telescope, I do not have. I used to have a telescope, but now it is I have to repair that because I did not use that since I was a child. Maybe we can have, or maybe here something that these people like art also and like to paint. I don't know. If we add a lot of things, the project is going to be. We are going to have to take a lot more time to finish the project. But maybe we can separate. Maybe in one we can create a streaming a streaming series about just creating the PC. Also a series streaming just creating like the desk, the bed, those kind of things. Or maybe another streaming creating only series of streaming about creating a telescope. Let's say it like that. So you can have like, we can create a different series playlist, organize that, and at the end we're going to create, maybe we can have like one. Yes, I can create. I can work. I'm going to place that streaming. That is something that I did not keep in mind, because if I change that, where I am going to leave my last streaming, where I join all the things and place, and maybe I can create two videos. We can create two short streamings, just one explaining and moving things, and the last one adding lights and rendering settings and all of those things. So that's something that I am going to keep in mind. But first we have to finish our character. This one, maybe in my room, I am going to add a small toy of this one in the desk. I don't know. Maybe we can do something, or maybe we can create a small toy in low poly design. Okay, so that's the things that I want to say. Also, I want to say sorry because yesterday I tried to do the streaming, but just when I was starting, a blackout came. So I have to delete the streaming and turn off everything because I was with no energy. And that's something that I know that is not good, because I already announced that I am continuing with the series, but then I have to delete that, and it is maybe like you. It is like, I have that in mind. Maybe like why he did that, and some kind of things. Maybe some things are in your mind when you see me when doing those kind of things, but that is the only option that I have, because I cannot control the energy in my country. So maybe the other solution is try to buy a 2000 machine that provides me with energy for 6 hours only for my PC, but I don't have that money right now. So that is not something that I can control for now. So you know that when I start something and I finish that or delete, that is what happens. So I just want to share that with you. And that's all, friends. Let me add this to not go back, and for the thunder. This is for the thunder. Okay, I just 30 minutes just talking. I was going to finish, but don't worry. I really like that when you interact with me. I know that here are people that is watching me, so that's something good. And that's all. For those who are new, please remember to subscribe, give it a like, share this content with others, and leave a comment below. Remember, you have this content for free. I think that I am helping you, so please, I really appreciate if you helping me. Just give it a like. It is 1 second. A subscription, 1 second. Okay. Don't worry. Share your problems. We yes, it is free. So I really like to make this for a living. So please help me to make this channel bigger. It is very, very difficult, believe me, when you try to do these things, but I am really happy when you came here and just say a hello. That means a lot to me. Or you just say, okay, try to do this way, or please help me with this. I really like that. I really appreciate that. So if you have friends, maybe share the channel with your friends and say, maybe you're starting with 3D. Okay, maybe this channel works with you. Check those videos, check those series. And remember, just 1 second subscription, other second to like. And maybe if you want to comment an emoji, I don't know, or congrats, something like that, thanks, I don't know, or I don't like you, something like that. That also is good. That also works. Write that 3 seconds and share the content maybe 2 other seconds, no more than 10 seconds. You do all of that and you are helping me. I don't know. I think that is something that I can get in return for the things that I am creating here. That this is, remember, this is yes. remember that we are here creating this together. This is not me, and I do not accept any suggestion for anyone. No. We are here together creating this. You participate, I made this, you suggest things. I remember that you choose this character. I made a poll to choose this character. So also I create a new channel for the Discord server, so you can participate, maybe share more content. Maybe you can share the channel, the one for the one to create VFX. Do you remember that you shared? I don't remember the name. I forgot the name. The creator that you say that maybe you can share that in the 3D general to say, I don't know. No, I don't know. Yes, that one. I also wanted to share. I always forgot. I always remember here when I am talking. I wanted to share because Miguel a long time ago, maybe in the Son Goku series, he said, but you always need references to create this. I think that was the situation. I don't remember very well. I don't know if it was Miguel too. I don't remember. But someone said that, and I said yes, because it is maybe like something easy to it is something good that we can do to work. It is, I think that every artist, and at one point of their work, of their project, always use a reference. But there was one 2D artist that did not use anything of this. Wait a moment, I have to change the music because I don't want to have I don't want to have copyright problems. Let's add some rock. I really like rock music. Let me see what we have here. Yes, this kind of music I really like. Okay, let's continue. Okay, he said so every artist needs to use references for their work, and I said yes. I think that every artist, top artist, needs at least at what moment of their work need a reference to see. So there was one Korean artist, I think that he was Korean, a 2D artist, that he did not use any of that. He had everything in his mind. He just used his pen and got a paper or maybe something to start drawing, and he yes that one. I think that was the name. I don't remember the name, but yes, I think that was the artist. And yes, we are talking about the same person. Yes, I didn't knew him, but I started to saw a lot of videos about him, and he was really great. He's like a really yes, the one that tried to draw some things that were only for adult. You know what I am trying to say, because he was drawing those. I think that he couldn't publish some works because that was too much even for adults. Yes, that one. You can share that if I forget that because that was I am trying to say to share the Discord server. So yes, he was really great, and he just start drawing. Maybe that was a problem. So and he was like a genius in what he was doing, and I think that, for example, I cannot do that like the things that he did. He was really great. Just start drawing and everything, like he was like having something here and there, and he just need to pass the pen, because he just draw on every detail, and every proportion was really great. He was from another world, and so yes, I wanted to share that too. So okay, I am going to stop talking because I just more like 40 minutes just talking. I have to go to finish the other project. So yes, that one. I am watching a show in Netflix that is called Psych, that he has like that kind of gift, and I really love that show. Sean Spencer is the protagonist of that show, and I am really laughing when I was in dinner time watching that show. It is one of my favorite shows. He has that gift too, of course, that the character in the show. I don't know if he has that gift in real life, but yes, those kind of people that have those gifts. So okay. Now I need to go. We're going to continue with this tomorrow. Let's hope that nothing happen. I have energy. I will have energy, electricity, and nothing is going to happen, and we can continue, because tomorrow we're going to start creating the final pose for our character, or at least we're going to try to do that. As always, here we come to try things, and if that works, okay, we can move forward. This is how we do things here. And that's all, friends. Remember to subscribe, and see you in the next one. Of course, thanks for your support, and thanks for coming here today. Have a great day, a great night. I don't know from which part of the world are you from. Now here is I have in 1 hour go to lunchtime, so I have the rest of the day to continue working on my projects. And thanks for everything. Subscribe, and see you in the next one. Also I forgot that OBS is not working. I have to fix that, so I have to do this manually to put the end screen. Also I want to share with you something. Please remind me about this. PNG Tuber. I want to do that for my gaming streamings. I think that is going to be funny. Remember to remember me that tomorrow. I want to talk about that. I don't know if you are going to like the idea. That is something that I saw, and I really like to try that. Okay, so see you in the next one. Thanks for coming. Subscribe.